What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back again with more RoninCraft. Today, we are starting the mega base. So up to this point, you guys have probably already noticed that I'm not using my elytra or anything like that. I'm kind of just playing around, and I thought to myself, okay, well, how would I be able to start using elytra? Well, I would have to start some sort of a creeper farm or something like that, right? And unfortunately, that comes with a few problems because the creepers farm that I want to end up making would ultimately be, well, it would be a fairly hefty project. So I kind of want to, do I need to put dynamite in this? I'm not sure. I basically am trying to say that I want to try and get myself a mega base. We're gonna start the project of the mega base today. I don't think we're going to be able to finish it today by any means. It's probably going to end up taking a very long time to actually get done, but so help me, I want to get it done. So let's actually combine these, because I want to see, is a base rocket going to end up being good enough for this? Like, can I just do this without needing to add like anything else? Yep. Okay, cool. So at the very least, it means that we do have flight capabilities just based on my limited resources that I currently have, because I can just bam, bam. And now I've got like a stack and a bit more. That was just random. That was literally just random like materials that I had. But anyways, point is that at this point in time with this game, we're kind of moving into things being more automated, you know, like actually setting up redstone and trying to set up like some mob spawners and stuff like that. And again, like I just don't want to invest all my time in doing that here when I'm just going to end up migrating to another base further down the line. So for better or worse, I've decided that what I'm going to do is start the mega base, and then eventually I'll just kind of build everything around that. So I wanted to kind of show you guys where we're going with this and then what the plans are with it. I am sorting the mega base out in creative mode. It's essentially going to end up being Team Pixel from our club world in Trove. You know, the main hub area where it's like the big Japanese inspired like building. And so I'm going to try and build that. But the thing is, in Minecraft, builds are actually a lot more complicated than in something like Trove, because with Trove, we don't have like half slabs or many detail prop blocks and stuff like that. So we can use like fences and stuff to iron out the roof and make it a little bit more detailed, yada, yada, yada. You guys will see when it ends up getting built. I don't want to talk about it too much, but I wanted to show you guys that I laid out this path and set up all of these torches and stuff like that. I think nearby, yeah, so there's actually another fortress over here, and I'm gonna need to basically destroy the entire nether fortress just to get the nether bricks, and I'm going to end up needing some nether wart or whatever the heck it's called, so that I can ultimately end up making the red brick. I think that's all we need for it, right? Basically, like, I'm trying to work it all out in my head, and there's like so many steps to this build and trying to actually do it in survival that it's going to end up being quite tedious. So that goes down to the nether fort. But for phase 1, which is what we're going to be starting today, I'm just going to kind of lay out the groundwork. I mean, for all I know, maybe I'll just do the entire build in like one video, and then I'll just slowly like splice it all together afterwards. I don't know if that's the plan, because frankly speaking, I don't want to get burnt out. And that is a very realistic thing that has been happening to a lot of people on the server lately, which is very disappointing for me, because it means that, you know, the multiplayer aspect of the server is slowly going away as everybody starts getting bored with the game, because, you know, they've either they've set a goal for themselves and they've completed that goal and now they're just not interested, or frankly speaking, you know, vanilla Minecraft can end up being something that not a lot of people are that into. I still enjoy vanilla Minecraft, and you know, as much as there are mods that I would enjoy to play with, frankly speaking, most mods suck. Like, most mod packs are really bad, they're really unbalanced, and you know, there's not many mods that I would say insert themselves well into vanilla Minecraft. They're out there, but there's not that many of them, and certainly none that I would want to actually incorporate on the server anytime soon, because then it kind of turns into a whole different thing, you know? And it's just, yeah, a lot of the mods that I want are actually on Forge, but Fabric just runs better, so it is unfortunate. But anyways, way the heck over here, this is where I've got the mega base laid out. I know how I'm going to build it. I have... I forget what the mod's called. Line 7. There's a mod that we basically can place down a blueprint, and then I just kind of start building and tracing it out. I forget what it's called, I'm sorry to say, but that's basically what I'm doing. It helps me so much in saving time, because it means that I can basically go into creative mode, and then I can build it out, and then I can make a copy of that, and then I can lay it down here, and then I can just build it with survival, kind of just tracing the blocks. So essentially what we've got is it's going to go from all the way over here to all the way over here. You can kind of see the base outline. I'm slowly putting down like a crap ton of dirt blocks. And yeah, it's going to be very tedious. I'm going to have to light up the ground and stuff like that. But the main reason I'm building it out here is because it's a cherry tree biome, and it's actually like a pretty big one for once. Now, we've got some nice caves down there, which I haven't really messed with any of those just yet. But we've also got this very beautiful little garden that I'm probably going to end up setting up into maybe like a Zen area or something like that. Oh, I didn't realize that I have my gamma on. Yeah, that's why we could see in that cave like 100% brightness. But yeah, anyways, I just wanted to kind of clue you all in on what's going on with all of that. It's so nice to be able to fly around. But yeah, I want to I want to set up and start planting all of the dirt blocks and just kind of flatten that out, and then maybe kind of set up like the base schematic for it. But this is going to be a huge project that is going to end up taking me multiple days. And even this dirt part right now, I only have enough time to record this quick intro to let you guys know what the plans are. And otherwise, I'm about to actually hop off Minecraft and do some other stuff. So yeah, I'll catch you guys up once we've made a little bit of an impact on this. Okay. So as far as this build is concerned, this is a couple hours into it. However, as far as recording is concerned, this is a couple days later. I haven't really found as much time to get this project done as I would have hoped, but I did want to kind of show you guys just how much I've laid out so far. So looking at the map, you can see this entire area. I still got some sections over here to lay out, and I need to go and get some torches so that I can hopefully make this a little bit more spawn safe. Prime example, if we go down here, you can see how much more of an impact we've done. I have had to kind of level out all of the trees that were under here, and on the higher level up here there was some mountains and stuff, so I kind of leveled those out. And you know, as we end up making this build a little bit more refined, I'll eventually kind of make the terrain a little bit better. But right now I need to know where the corners are just for the rest of the build. But otherwise I figure like I'll kind of just, you know, make it seamlessly go down a little bit. I'll have to remove those trees and stuff. I did run into a lot of issues with this though, or not issues, more so just stuff that took a little bit longer than expected. So for a while I've actually had this as my god tier shovel, and it's pretty good efficiency 5, fortune 3, mending, and unbreaking 3. Unfortunately, it didn't have unbreaking for about 25, actually probably more like 50 to 75% of this project. I didn't actually have unbreaking on it, and I ended up saying, okay, screw it. I went out of my way. I went to the skelly spawner and I got I got Unbreaking 3 on a book, and then I put it on my shovel, and it's made a huge difference because I was able to tear down like a whole mountain over there and some other stuff, and yeah. Anyways, again, this is going to end up being a very, very hefty project. And I think I mentioned it in the last clip, but I'll just say it again for continuity that I'm not necessarily planning to have this entire build done in this one video. I mean, maybe I will. I don't know. It depends how hardcore I can go at this. It's just that I think this project is going to take a really, really long time to do because there is a lot left to do. Like, this is just the terrain, and it's already taking me like hours and hours and hours of work, not only just to lay it all out, but you know, when my dirt supply gets low, I gotta go out and grind dirt, and now I finally have a good shovel, so grinding dirt is no problem. But I don't have Swift Sneak on any of my gear or anything, so I'm basically just doing it manually like this, you know, one at a time, kind of setting up a grid system. It's not like it's difficult work, it's just very, very grindy and time consuming. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's actually a couple hours later. I've been just chilling with D and Spooky. We're talking about video games and so on and so forth. And basically, I'm about ready to take a break, so I'm gonna hop on a different game with D. But it's done, or at least the base foundation is done. I still have to lay down like kind of a grid system that I have set up. I know exactly what I'm going to do with it, but I'm going to lay down a grid system so that I know where all of the blocks are going to go and have the measurements all set up properly and so on and so forth. But yeah, it basically just goes from one corner to another. When I check the schematic, because I'm actually using Lightmatica, basically this program lets you, or this mod lets you create a blueprint or a schematic of a build in Creative World that you can plot down in here, and then you just know like where all the block placement goes and so on and so forth. But if we check this, you can see total blocks 12,000. So that's just the dirt blocks alone. The total volume is something different because there's air blocks with this schematic because it's 2 blocks tall. But yeah, 12,000 blocks. So that's how much dirt I just placed down. I kept running out of my dirt reserves over and over and over again. So I had to kind of go and chip away at some of the terrain while trying to like the biggest thing about this project, which is both fun and intimidating, is because I've never done something like this, it's almost like you have to see the bigger picture. And I have a pretty good idea of where this is all going to go, but it's like you kind of have to be constantly aware of that. So like, even when I'm tearing down things in the terrain to get dirt, I'm like, okay, I don't want to tear down too much of that because I know that I'm going to bring the dirt back in eventually. And, you know, just stuff like that. Or like over here, it's like, I'm not going to touch this wall until I get the build actually set up because I don't know what I'm going to end up doing with that in the long run. Or like D was in my base over here, and he was talking with me about setting up the nether highway so that my area would end up going over to the hub. And basically it was just like, we were kind of just talking about how, well, don't set that up yet because I don't know where the nether portal is going to end up going. Because right now I just kind of have it down in the basement by like a zombie spawner, but it's like, you know, we're gonna have to kind of change that a little bit as I end up getting the build, because all of this down here, this is just kind of where I keep all my storage and everything at the moment. I'm slowly working on getting some charcoal. I'm working on, you know, getting my cobblestone smelted up, my nether rack smelted up, because I'm going to need a lot of bricks. And then another thing that I know I'm going to have to start working on, like almost immediately, is I desperately need dark oak and spruce oak for this build. So what I'm gonna have to do before I start the next process is, just to save time, again, you know, with the bigger picture in mind, I'm gonna have to set up like a row of spruce trees, a row of dark oak trees, and then build while those are growing. I arguably should have been doing that beforehand, but you know, that's the thing is I'm not used to making like a big build like this, so I just didn't think about it. I've got the grid set up. So this is the center of it all. And then it's basically 3 blocks apart between each of the different wall pieces. So the quartz is going to end up being replaced eventually. And essentially I'm going to end up having this dark, what was it? The deep slate brick pattern, and then the cobble brick pattern, and then deep slate brick again. So it's actually going to end up being more like this. So 3 layers. And then this is actually going to end up being the ground level. And then when I actually can get rid of all the quartz, it's going to end up essentially being like this, with the dark brick being the divider. So right now, I'm going to be going through this, kind of bringing it all up to that 3rd layer. This is kind of the easy part because, well, it's easy and it's not at the same time, because essentially I have to make darn sure that all these measurements are correct, because otherwise I could screw myself in the long run. So here's kind of the footprint of what it looks like. I noticed that on this side over here, I had to extend the dirt out a little bit because I didn't have it set up. You know, I didn't have the dirt go out this far out, so I'll figure all of that out. Excuse the dogs, they're going crazy for no reason. But yeah, I essentially need to cover all of this up, and then I can start the walls. And that's where it's going to start getting a lot more time consuming, because I've got a lot of different details with the blocks. The floor is kind of the easy part, and then the center is, I don't have any of that built up or anything, but I'm going to try and have like a pond going through it, maybe a big tree in the middle, like a custom tree or something that I've never done before. Either way, there's still a lot to do. Actually, another really important decision is the sun rises in the east, sets in the west. So I'm not sure what I want for my view. I think based on the topography, you can see like all of this stuff is kind of just at eye level right now. This has a little more of a view with the ice mountain and junk like that. So I think I'm gonna set up this over on the east side to be the main big pagoda building. And then the other ones are gonna kind of be smaller ones, all very uniform. But the idea is that I would end up being like up here on like the 3rd or 4th floor looking out in this direction, and when the sun sets, that's going to end up looking like super duper beautiful, and I can see like the, you know, the cherry tree forest and stuff like that. Versus if I put the main building over there, I'm not really going to get much of a view. I think long term I'm going to have to like kind of build up the verticality of this area, maybe even like super custom terrain form the biome so that all of this stuff is higher up. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't really know where to get started with this. I basically got super duper busy today. I've been recording this one video over the course of like a week now, just with clips here and there of me working on it, or, you know, just getting busy with other real life stuff. And today I actually got busy with server management, because as certain people have been getting more and more bored and tired of the vanilla server, it has come with a cost, because people are kind of like, people have started griefing. Anyway, I don't want to get into too much of the politics of it, because again, a lot of the stuff that I'm referencing is already like weeks old by the time this reaches you guys. But essentially, somebody took the dragon egg from spawn, another person ended up destroying their entire base. So I basically spent all day getting a bunch of mods set up for anti-player griefing, because believe it or not, I didn't know there was no way of turning off TNT vanilla. Actually, you know what? Game mode, creative. Let's break the 4th wall here for a little bit, just so I can show you guys. Where am I? There we go. I basically just helped him set this up. So I just used World Edit to create a glass sphere with a brush tool. And then I painted the ground to amethyst. This is kind of a rough outline of what his base was. He's obviously missing all of his chests and all of his hard work worth of items and junk. But I kind of set him up as best as I could, because I didn't want him to quit, man. You know, like that's... I don't know. I don't understand the idea of like people griefing. I think that a lot of it has to do with people that don't understand the amount of time investment, especially in a project like this. Because he did this vanilla Zuck when he built his base, where he just used like sponges and stuff like that to carve it all out. And, you know, now that I'm working on my own mega base here, it kind of makes me like almost respect builders more, because now that I'm seeing like just how freaking long a project like this takes, and then you look at like the Hermitcraft people and they get this project done like 10 times over in like a week. I mean, granted, their jobs are like essentially creating Minecraft content, so they can just completely dedicate all their time to it. I've just been kind of slowly chipping away at it, because even though, you know, I love Minecraft and I'm still having a lot of fun, I am still setting myself up to not burn out. You know, I've been obviously successful in playing Trove for many years on the channel, and even with that game I still get burnt out, even though it's one of my favorite games. And Minecraft's one of those games where I always wanted to play it for a lengthy period of time, but I just could never commit to it just because it's not my favorite game. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's about time we take a break from the build, because this is going on like 3 or 4 days now. And I want to tour that monstrosity. So I'm not the only one that's been building a mega base. I don't remember whether or not I mentioned it in any of the clips or anything. It's good to be home. But Val has actually been hard at work building his own mega base. So I thought, you know what? Today's video, like, we're kind of done with phase 1 of the build, and now all that's left is like the next layer and the next layer. Like, as much as I would love to finish this project in a singular video, it's just not gonna happen, because this is already going on like multiple days worth of me recording short clips here and there. It does mean that the next videos might be shorter for a while as we continue working on it, but I do want to kind of break the monotony of just building. And there's not really much reason for me to adventure, but there is a lot of other resources that I need to gather. And so we'll kind of take a break from the building aspect while I build get those resources back up. But in the meantime, let's close out today's video with Val's mega base, which, if I put my shaders on, takes 5 years to load the shaders. There we go. With all the fog and everything like that, it looks absolutely beautiful. Actually, the funny thing is sometimes there's like fog with the shaders, like with the weather, and it just like it looks like a giant monolith, like demon monster thing. Is this concrete?
Yes.
Yeah.
All concrete and glass.
Good God. Okay, so this is just your temp storage. Yeah.
This is just, no, this was to hold all my resources.
Oh, like you used all of the, yeah, everything out of these chests. Crazy.
They're all gone now, but yes. So I have the outside shell. This is gonna be like a decorative lobby area when I get to it.
Yeah, like just for looks.
Yeah. And then so I have 2 elevators here. One that always goes up straight to the top, and then one that goes up 1 floor, 1 by 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's cool. That's smart.
Coming out from all floors, but we can go up to the 2nd floor real quick.
Oh, I didn't even like, because the shader is on, so I couldn't even see the water.
Yeah, I know, mine too. So this is where all my farms are gonna be, and if you look up, it's 2 stories high. So if I need
so you can stack them.
Yeah, or anything. Yeah, so I could do a 2nd layer or a balcony and do more up top if I need to. I'm gonna set up a sugarcane farm right now.
Oh, I see. I've never seen the detectors in this resource pack. I was like, what the heck are those?
Yeah.
They got like a face on them.
Yes. And then so we can go up to my 3rd floor. This is probably almost the most fleshed out.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
my super smelters here.
I know a storage system when I see it.
Yes.
Oh my God. Is it all functioning?
So it's not auto sorting. I kind of just have a good memory and I just know where things are. But
yeah, which does get the job done.
Yeah.
Dude, I honestly forgot Until now. I forgot about the blast furnace and the smoker this entire time.
Oh yeah, they're so good. I
Yeah.
use it all the time.
I mean, it's not like I've needed to do it on a time limit, but... Oh, I notice...
Yep.
Yeah, those are the same. Woo! There should be like a platform here.
Yeah, I was thinking about breaking out and doing a balcony.
Because especially here, since it's your storage floor, like you need to come in and out of here all the time.
Oh, yeah, but the water elevators are really fast, so...
Yeah, true.
This is where my enchanting table is gonna be at, and then I have like a really nice like pseudo like thing up there. We can go up top one more floor and then you'll see it.
Oh, okay.
So this is actually where my bed is gonna be and everything, but you can... This is gonna be like a guardrail, but it's like a little like fake garden right there, down there.
Yeah. And then, did you run out of glass, or are you just still working on this?
I wanted to get my storage area first, and then I'm just gonna work on this.
I just mean, I see that one block out of place over here.
Oh, that, yeah. I was gonna get to that when I get there, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't have an elevator. There's gonna be like a penthouse for like when you guys come hang out. So there's gonna be one more floor above this.
Is that gonna be the one that's your face?
No. That's the helipad. This is where we're going next.
Okay.
So this is where my face is gonna be, but it's instead of doing an H, it'll be my face.
Yeah. I might do that with mine. Yours is at least easier shading though.
Yeah. And so this is like where everyone can like...
Yeah, where everyone's gonna come in and go, oh man, dude. This is already like so crazy because it's like, I still remember that was the cave.
That was the cave that you went in, yep.
Yeah. And then it turned out to be yours after all.
Yeah.
Sweet though. Yeah, this is...
Sweet elevator all the way down.
Is this gonna kill me? Oh god.
No. This is gonna kill me.
You should, next time you tour this with someone, like, bucket the water out of the way.
Oh my god.
Just as they're falling.
Kill them as they fall 190 stories.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it'll be nice too when you can get the torches out of here.
Yeah, this is gonna be all properly lit up and everything, so.
Yeah, with hanging lights and all that modern lighting. Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna have like an actual proper raised platform here, like an entrance, and then I'm gonna have like a bridge going across the river to my old house over there.
Oh, okay. Has there been any more developments with that house since I last checked? Because it's been a while.
It's just been furnished a little bit more. It's basically done if you want to check it out.
Yeah, I'm down.
I mean, we could even start from the back door.
Oh, already the dangling lights. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I might do that with my Sakura tree.
At the back.
Oh yeah.
A bit more decorated.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea for the little rocks too.
Yeah. I actually like andesite out of all the new.
Yeah, I never thought to use andesite as rocks because rocks, like, I don't know. I always struggle with them because they get too fat.
Yeah, exactly. Slabs will do you good.
Sideways slabs, Mojang, please.
Yes. This is the gamer room.
Ooh.
And then my stupid parrot up there.
Yeah.
This part got a little bit more furnished.
Oh yeah, it's definitely noticeable. Just all the little touches.
Then out here, you've seen this area already.
Yeah, that seems mostly untouched. Oh, this is new. That's right.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And then all my sheep that I'm probably gonna move to my skyscraper soon.
Freaking Minecraft,
then,
dude.
My AFK concrete thing is down here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That was just makeshift.
Yeah, how's this work?
So you put all the powder up here,
mm-hmm.
and then it gets filled up into this dispenser constantly, and there's an observer here. So it'll always detect the block up there. You put the powder in here, and then it'll turn into solid concrete,
mm-hmm.
and then you just keep mining as you're placing it down. So you would hold both.
Oh, you're holding left and right click. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And then we can go upstairs because you haven't seen the bedroom yet.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I'm actually gonna do the same thing with the glowstone.
Yeah, you've already seen the storage room already.
Mm-hmm.
But add a
Yeah, it's a little more furnished though. Yeah. Oh, the iron pads actually look. Yeah, those look pretty good in this resource pack.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that the fence did that.
What? Oh,
just
yeah.
with the, yeah, that's neat. Okay.
Yep. I was just trying to do different separators.
Yeah.
And then bedroom. It's not just a bed anymore.
Yes. Oh, I see. There's all your stupid cats. Yeah.
Yeah. That's my setup.
Oh wait, what are we? How do we do it?
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Hey, hey, you're gaming. That's funny.
Yeah, that's cool.
And if you look outside, you'll see my giant monolith.
Yeah. Are you gonna end up adding like details to break up the side of it, or is it gonna mostly be the inner detail?
It's probably gonna be inside. I was debating on making windows, but I think with the way I have my floor set up, like there'll probably be like a little bit of slits for windows up there, but that's it. I kind of regret like not rotating it the other way because the other sides are more interesting.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, but other than that, that is it.
Yeah. Dope. Yeah, I like this divider.
Yeah. I've been trying to use more like plants because I think plants just look good.
I don't usually use plants in interior, but they're good.
Yeah, bushes and flowers will do you good.
Does that need silk touch or?
You'll need to use shear so they don't despawn.
Wait, what are these? Is that string?
These are I put string so there's actually vines on here so that.
Oh, I didn't even notice. Yeah, to make it a little more 3D. Yep.
That and it makes this feel like a little bit more like less see-through.
Oh, right. Yeah, what tool do you need the silk touch on?
No, you just need shears, and then as long as you hit leaves with shears, they will not despawn.
Oh, okay. Do shears work for the vines too?
Yeah.
Oh. All right, gamers. So yeah, that was Val's house. Pretty dang cool. He mentioned, there it is, that there was a mangrove swamp just to the east, super duper close by, which is beautiful because I'm gonna need a little bit of these blocks for myself. I don't know anything about these trees, like at all. I'm pretty sure you just gotta like build them underwater or something, right? But is this like the mangrove wood? It's mangrove roots. Okay. And then, okay, so then I can't place these down. What? I can and then I can't. It's weird. Is that the actual wood logs? I think? Oh, mangrove log. Okay. Yeah, I've literally like never actually interacted with these trees before, so this is kind of weird for me. Thankfully, I don't think that my build has too many mangrove logs needed because I kind of knew it would be very like strange and tedious. But I'm gonna try and gather up a little bit more of this if I can, and then we're gonna head over to a dark oak forest that's kind of nearby as well. Okay, so I hope that this is enough. It probably is. I grabbed some lily pads. We do have some mangrove propagale. I don't know how to pronounce it, and I don't care. But now we've actually got to head in the total opposite direction around here, which means I'm gonna burn through a few of my fireworks. I don't have like a stable farm for my fireworks yet, unfortunately. So I'm being very, very cautious with the amount that I end up using, which is why I want to try and keep myself nice and level. But apparently there's a dark oak forest over here, and I need some saplings really bad. So I wasn't sure whether I would go back to the woodland mansion that I did a couple episodes back with Dee and the boys. What was it? D, Nick, and Zuck, I think, is who we did it with. But apparently Val said there's one right over here. So we can just go over here and check it out. What is this? Oh, you know what? I think this might have already been gathered, but yeah. So Keen, unfortunately, is I think he quit the server now, and he left all of his items in like a treasure hunt, and there's like a map that he left. Oh, there it is in the Discord, which I'm not bothering with it because it's not that big a deal to me, but it's a pretty cool, like, interesting thing. Like, that's the one thing that I would love to be able to do better on this server, that I just don't know how to do, which would be like more community events and stuff like that. Like, in retrospect, I think it would have been a lot cooler to kind of set up some events so that, you know, there was a reason to have everybody kind of like interact with each other. Because the problem is having, you know, we had the gold nugget challenge at one point, but that fell short because there was no incentive for D to give anybody the gold nugget, so he just never ended up getting around to it. And that's kind of the thing, is it's like a double-edged sword, right? Because on one hand, we want to have like a reason, like, to visit each other's bases, but then at the same time, there still has to be that extra effort. You know, there still has to be an incentivized reason to do it, because if people don't have the incentive, visiting people's bases and socializing isn't going to be enough incentive. It's enough incentive for me, but that said, you know, I more recently have been like so ridiculously preoccupied with my own mega base that I haven't really been hanging out with everybody that much. I mean, frankly speaking, there's not really that much I need outside of like just grinding a few resources here and there. Like, I need to go to the end farm, I need to get my tools maxed out, but there's not really any reason to go like caving with the boys kind of thing like that, you know? 8 dark oak, yeah, that'll be enough. Okay, so with all of that said, I think that's gonna do it for today's video, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I don't know what that is. I assume that's my blueprints, my schematics, thousands of blocks out for some reason loading on my screen. Weird. But either way, I hope that you enjoyed today's video. You know, the series is going to slow down exponentially at this point, just because the content that I'm going to be creating for you guys is a lot slower. Like, it takes a lot longer for me to build these bigger projects. And so it takes a lot longer to have the next episode out of all of the short clips that I end up compiling together into one set video. You know what I mean? But either way, I hope that you enjoyed, and I hope you continue enjoying the series. You can see Val and me are still at it pretty hard. There, quite a few people on the server are still at it pretty hard. I know D's been building his base up a lot. Everyone's kind of just been isolating and doing their mega bases now. And so because of it, it has kind of left us all doing our own thing. So I'll slowly end up like touring everybody's bases while working on my own. What is this doing here? But either way, I hope that you've been enjoying, because Minecraft still ain't going anywhere.